Okay, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the numbers in the moon. 13, 15, 28. 15, 15 equals 30. 15 and 14 equals 29. 14 and 13 equals 27. So we have 27, 28, 29, and 30. 27, 28, 29, and 30. 20, 40, 60, 80. 7, 8, 9. It's 6, 7, 8, 9 because 30 becomes 36. But we're going to go 7, 8, 9 is 24. Plus 80 is 10 for communication. Plus 6 is 110 stories. It becomes 116. If you take the initials from January to December, that is also 116. If you add up 1 to 16, it equals to a total of 136. 6 for a touchdown, 1 for the extra point, and 3 for the field goal when you get the field goal, when you get the ball tumbling and climbing on the air. The total for the moon, 28 and 29. And if we go into this roulette table, number 28 and number 29 are black. They're right next to each other, and they're one corner of a square, equaling to 57, the number in the moon. 20 and 20, 20/20 vision, the eye in the sky, equals to 40. 9 and 8 is 17. QT. Let's keep everything under the QT, where T equals 20 value, 0 equals 6, 6 and 2 equals to 8. And 17, 1 and 7 equals to 8. 26 and 17, which is the letter Z, and Q is found on the bank machines, or the tote board, if you like to say it that way, on the number 1. 2617 equals to 43 DC. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 24 is 60 on the clock. 6 times 5 is 30, equaling to 96. Let's do that again. 5 by 6 is 30. 6 by 6 is 36 and 30. 36 and 30, or 6, 30 becomes 36, equals 72. This equals 66 times 4, 254. 254. On the 254th day, 9/11 occurred. 254, 264, 265, 275, 27.5. When you see a 5, that is the halfway. It means 2 sides. When you see 4, it's the 4 corners. When you see 3, it's a diagonal 3 on an angle showing 3 levels from one top corner to the bottom lower corner, meaning that if there's a 1 top left, there will be a bottom 1. 159 is actually 159. The 9 is now inverted to a 1 because we're seeing it upside down. Seeing it right side up, we see a 9. Okay, so now I'm going to do this here. 24, 60, 90. 90 becomes 96, becomes 102, it becomes 162. Let's just leave it at that. Now we're going to do this. Where are we right now? Sorry, I lost something. Here it is. 4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 times 6 is 144. This is 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4. This is the transaction going on in the sun. 2 and 4 is what goes around the pin. 2 and 4 for each side, the record, the IT system. 5 times 7, 144 equals 500, 720. 720 plus 4 and 6, 10, plus the total of 57 in the moon equals to a total of 777 inside the moon. When you add the low numbers 21, it becomes 741, and 741 is found on here in one side, and that is what delegates the moon. 1, 4, and 7 right over here. That is our moon talk. Is there anything else in here? Now we're going to go to small stuff. Number 4 value is 60. Number 6 value is 52. Number 6 value is 52. Number 5 value is 6. 6, 7, 7, 6. You total it out, it's 206 becomes 206 becomes 266. 6226 becomes 20. 20 vision with 8 in the center. 282 cycle of the moon. This becomes 8. This becomes 8. This becomes 8. 0 equals 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 and 4 is 8 because this 2 will get split to both sides. And this 12 and 8 is 20. 26, 26, 52. 52 plus 2 is 54. This becomes Earth and the Sun, 888 and 777 that runs through the moon. Now, you don't have to understand it, but if you do try to understand, because you're in that numerological thing, I'm just showing what happens. There's something else I'd like to talk about, and that's the 234, 243, 324, 342, 432, 423. This will be in the next video, but I do want to show you the 147. When you have 432 divided by 7 in the moon, you end up with 61, which is the light. It is the only 7. And then you have 714285 off the calculator. When you divide it by 7 again, you have 60, which is on the time clock. 428571. 28, the cycle of the moon. 4, 285 in the center. 4 comes first. Why? Because 4 represents the circle. 4 corners, 360 degrees, 4 by the 90. When we run it on this side, we get the same number. Over here, 243 divided by 7 equals 714285. When we do it on this side, we did not get that over here, and it represents right over here, 234 divided by 2. Shows you two sides, 711. 11 equals 2. When you divide it by 3, it equals to 78. This is a gateway because 7 and 8 are two different area moons, and it is showed on the 6, 7, and 8 card. You will be able to understand this. Divide 234 by 6. It shows sky numbers. This number over here, again, this is Venus inside Saturn. Venus inside the Saturn sky. 1/3, 2/3, 1/3. The doorway to the skyway in the Venus sky. 243 is 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 2 and 6 is 8. These two will now go together. I must pair these two together. 81 is 3 by 81. 81 is the number for Venus, and it is 1 and 8 alpha, and the letter R. It says the ocean inside of this. A and H. It is also A and A, because the first and the 8th letter in gematria, for those who understand gematria, the piano, the pool game, all games of number 7. Now, when we divide it, 18, which is Chai in Hebrew, A and H, and A and M, times 13 equals 234. 243 divided by 18 equals to 13.5. That's the orange ball in pool and the 5 ball. 13 is M, 5 is E, says me. 18 together says the ocean and the sun. When you multiply 18 by 18, it equals to 324. And we're divided by 7, 285, 714. 342 divided by 7, 857,142. Same numbers, all by number 7. 342 divided by 18 equals 19. The spirit of heaven. 342 divided by 18. So these whole numbers, 342, in which 105 is hello. That's right. I've got the telephone, I can hear, and I can speak at the same time. 234 is in between. The cycle, M-A-R-S, Mars, that is the cycle. That is the cycle. When we see numbers, 50, 25, or 75, 75 is a representation of DC because it is 3/4 of something. 30 is a representation of half. It is a passageway because 30 on the clock is half. 75 or 3/4, 40 or 40 blue or the 40 days of the desert equals to 3/4 because 40 on the clock over 60 is 3/4. But in that scenario, it has to do with man because every time you work with a 0, you must add 6. 6 and 4 is 10. 10, 4, communication. Another little scenario down here, 19 is this. 3 plus 4 plus 2 equals 9. Plus 1 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. 19 and 9 is 28. 9 and 9 is 18. Plus 9. 9 and 9 is 18. 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27. Do you see the difference? 27, 28. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 9, 22. So they're all going to tell us something different. I haven't thought about it yet because I had to put this whole thing together. Another thing about here is 177 divided by 2 is 177 equals to 78, which is the doorway inside the moon, 7 and 8. 7 and 8, when you add 1 to 12, it will equal, I think it was 78. When you add 1 to 13, it equals to 91. That is the spirit doorway right over here. going through something. Don't forget, I can go beside and I can go through. Am I going this way or am I going this way? Dog's got the bone, man's got the food. Just something to throw back. You see in the background over there, 0 equals 15. There is one little thing I was going to mention. I'm not sure exactly where it is. There's a whole bunch of things I was working on. We're going to get with that later. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 4, 6, 6, 4. This is a representation of x's. 4 times 6, 24. 4 plus 6 is 10. They both represent the x in Roman numerals and the x in the English language. Languages bringing distances together. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is 19 times 19, 361. It's one more than 360. Plus 39. Excuse me, is it 39? 19 and 19, 38. How's that possible? Yes, 38 plus 361 is 399. And this is creation of Earth inside of Jupiter. And at the same time, it is the sky, creation of the sky inside Jupiter. And if it does it that way, because it's artificial intelligent, it talks about the moon. 3 times 19 equals to 57. 57, 5775, the Hebrew calendar, says George. Now, I can go into a ton of things. There's so many things to talk about, and I don't possibly know everything, and there's so many numbers I have to go over to discuss with others who are working on numbers because something may be missing in their numbers. Doesn't mean I know anything at all. I just want to say one thing, Nicole. I finally got to finish 1, 2, 3, 4 to 2, and I go 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. That's how you set it up. Each one of these is a corner. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 corners. I don't know if this is the one you were working on. Was this the one you were working on? Yes, this is the one you were working on. You stopped at 64 over here. Okay, I continued on. These are all corners. Okay, I'm not sure every time I reach to a 10 area if I fold it over and I get to another 10 area, I fold it over until I have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. And then I brought it up all the way to the number 103. Mercury has the number of 103. Isn't that crazy? Earth and Mars added together equals to 103. Mercury 103, 0 equals 6 equals 163. And again, we move the numbers around because we have the 3 numbers. All we need is the 3 numbers. How we get there is what tells us the other side of the story. Doesn't matter if it's 163, 361, because how we got there will tell us the rest of the story. Just wanted one thing. I did the thing on Jason. I made one mistake. I added everything up to 112. The initials of the year will equal to 116. That's a touchdown. The same thing with Mercury. Mercury is noted to be the touchdown. Okay, and there's a lot of numbers. This is January. I did a page only on January. I did a page only to talk about that February, April, and August, and December. 1, 2, 3 months equals to 240 because the letter is below 10. Okay, now I'm thinking about the 0. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 1, 2, 3, then I'll add a 6. If it's 4, I'll add a 7. If it's 5, I'll add a 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll add all 6s. So I'm still working on that understanding. Group A, 1 and 8. Group B, 2 and 6, because the alphabet goes to 26. And Group C, when you add the numbers into this, it becomes 3 of 9. 3, 9. Why? Because Group 1A, A and H, becomes 9. Group B, 2 and 6, because it stops at the Z letter. This is the halfway point. 18. AH, RBs, or the Bs, okay, most likely to do with rice, which is the, what's it called, of, how can I say it, sending energy, and then B and F, B and E and F. The beef zebra are Bs. That's what it says. I'm not sure exactly everything that it says. I have a lot of things written down here. So there's 8 months, okay, in which 4 of them are under 10 in the letter, in which 3 of them are right on 10 in the letter, in which March come together as 2 months that start with the letter M, in which we have also months as in September, October, November, December, which is Ember, Ober, Ember, Ember. 39, the sky, and OM and bear, OM and bear, OM on bear. October and M, December, October and M, September, because the M falls before the BER. And if it's a BER, it's the bear, the big bear, wherever that big bear might be in the sky. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. One last thing, there's a new game out there for all of you who want to follow some numbers a lot easier. For those who like gaming and want to find numbers a lot easier and learn, there's a Star Trek game out there. And it's amazing because they give you all the numbers, speeds, and sizes of planets. It's just amazing because I'm not a game player, but this game, I'm going to go look into it. Raphael working on numbers. Thank you for watching 7286. And like I said 5 years ago, and like I mentioned in my bloggers all over the place, it's exactly right. I don't like what's going on in the world, but I saw it coming, and I don't want to brag about it because, but it's my claim to why I'm able to feel comfortable about the present moment in time and what's going on in the world. And I bless the world, and just hang on and remember, we are being deceived by the moment. So just trust your family, love your family, trust no one with money, of course, never, but trust the ones you love. Thank you.